You know this guy crashed bad when it rusted out his alternator.
Something tells me he had a bad alternator for it.
No. Oh yeah, and it got the cam gear and the camshaft too. This must have been some crash.
I want to talk to that guy. See how crazy he drives. He what did he do? Like roll it 20 times on the hood? Would the engine fall out and then he just shoved it back in real quick before he looked at it?
Could be. It's starting to look that way.
Okay, I've literally redone the whole engine and there's still a part not discovered.
Probably the fuel pump or the radiator or
I've
the
already done the
battery.
fuel pump, the radiator's good, the battery's good. I literally did a hole under the hood. I'm just gonna, I guess I can try taking the crankshaft. Doesn't look, maybe there's a bearing. I don't know, I'm just gonna take it off. We'll see. At this point I might as well just rebuild this whole engine from and just put the old parts right back on. Oh, nice. I had to take the transmission out. But and that requires the drive shafts to come. Oh my god. And I'm gonna get paid like $500 for this job. There's only supposed to be a couple parts. At this point, I'm just trying to get it out of my shop.
Well, you gotta charge him for the 36 hours of labor.
Yeah, that bird. If only I could. I would if it was real life. Starter's only accessible from the engine bay, really.
Is that a 4-cylinder?
Yep.
Yeah, I think there might be a few exceptions, but I think almost always the 4-cylinders you have to be in the engine bay to get the starter, and the V8s you have to be underneath to get the starter.
Interesting. That's how it works.
Because I was working on a lot of V8s recently, and a few times in a row I was like, I was about to pull the transmission, and I was like, I forgot to get the starter. Oh, I can get it from down here. I was pleasantly surprised each time.
It's terrifyingly windy all day.
That sounds nice.
The wind doesn't agree.
I wonder, there must be some downside to a timing chain. But I wonder what it is. I'll have to look that up sometime.
It costs more to make. That's not a downside to the consumer.
No, well, I mean, yeah, you're right. I was thinking that, but if it lasts that much longer, and it seems like they should be less likely for your timing to jump, right? Because it's like locked in.
They are, and they pretty much never break as long as you change your oil.
Right. So,
unlike
I mean,
belt.
I think most consumers would be fine paying a little extra for that.
Yeah, the automaker isn't. They'll just charge you the extra, but not give you a timing bell. Okay, I'm starting to question if I should just quit being a mechanic. I might just light a match to the shop right now.
Is it because you can't find the thing, or because... Oh, at first it sounded like maybe you found it and it was really simple, that's why you're gonna quit. But burning your shop down makes me think you can't find it.
I'm gonna take a picture, and send it to you of how much is left to the engine, and show you that I still can't find it. Oh yeah, I'll send you.
Art.
I'll send that on the phone. You see it?
Yeah, it looks like you've got a bad block.
it that couldn't be.
What?
There's no way.
Why?
How many get paid like $500 this job in? Well, I'll send you a picture, and then I'll take my block out. Do I have to use engine hoist to take the block out?
No.
Stand.
No, it just comes out like everything else when it's just the block.
Oh, so I can just pick it up and put it in my backpack.
In your back pocket, exactly.
Yeah, my back pocket. It's small enough, just like I have a whole car in my back pocket. It should fit.
Right. You'll just have to move your wrench to your front pocket, and there should be room.
Oh my god, there's literally nothing left to this car. You know, this is a good experience, mine.
That's true.
Because I've literally taken I'm rebuilding a whole car.
Yeah, and so you don't have
There's a bad
access to the
block.
front. I knew it. It looks so rusty. You should have noticed that. You don't have access to the crane yet, right? Though, because at your level.
Engine crane? No, that's the next expansion I'm gonna do very soon.
Yeah,
Very close to being able to do it.
It's so nice. I love just pulling them out and just putting them on the stand.
And the second jack in the warehouse will be really nice too.
Yeah.
I mean lift, not jack. And
Whatever.
another parking spot too. So I can fill my car with half of my junky cars.
Yep.
I've still got that El Camino I gotta work on.
Oh my god.
Sitting in my parking garage.
Nice.
Man, at this point you might as well just scrap this old car. I think when a car gets to this amount of work, it's time to say goodbye.
You know, we have these Florida Jet, which is my company. We have Florida Jet T-shirts.
Interesting.
And Terry gave me a polo that's really nice, and it says like up on like the breast, you know, it says Florida Jet Center with a little air with our symbol, which is like a plane over the shape of the state of Florida. It's really nice.
Yeah.
But we also have these T-shirts. He said he wants us to send to customers whenever they buy an expensive enough part. And on the front they say, in the same spot, in like small text right over the breast, they say Florida Jet Center. And on the back they have like, there's like a, faintly in the background there's an American flag, and then it shows like a Learjet on the ramp, and it's like open, like to get in. And the text it says, making flying great again.
Oh my.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I'd like that. Making flying.
That's some cool art you got there. I know art, and that's art.
Art knows you, and that's it.
That's you. cool.
No, it's not cool.
Hot. Very hot.
It's ugly. It's fat, just like Tati.
No.
No, Tati's skinny. I've been lying to you this whole time.
You have?
Yep.
I can't believe it.
You just can't call Tati overweight. She's really not. She's just too skinny.
How much money do you have?
15,000, but I'll have a lot more after this job. Because I put a bunch in the parts.
Really? I thought it was pretty much just the block.
Well, the block was like $2,000. And then
Oh,
I'll...
wow.
Yeah.
Man, who's your block guy? I get him for way less than that.
My block guy was... the block.
there's something from The Office. I forget exactly how it goes, but I forget. I think Michael fell in a koi pond.
Yeah.
You know, koi is a type of fish.
Yeah.
And somebody was they're having like a meeting, and somebody was asking about it, and they're like, were you trying to catch a fish? Or it's something like that, where you're trying to grab a fish. But Michael's
Yeah.
like, no, I can get a fish for a 10-cent worm. And
What?
Creed, like, yeah, with a 10-cent worm, and like he
Oh, yeah.
didn't obviously didn't think about how much worms cost or anything. He just named it a small amount of money. But yeah, he says I can like catch a fish with a 10-cent worm, and then Creed, like, who's normally silent until the exact right moments, Creed speaks up and he's like, "Oh, you're paying way too much for worms. Who's your worm guy?"
I think his
Everyone
worm
should
guy
have a
must be
worm guy.
D-Worm.
No.
Oh. Well, this is awkward. Well, I'm guaranteed there's going to be 1,000 things missing from this car, but I'll just give it back to him. I'm nowhere near putting it back together. I still have transmission, 3/4 of the engine to put together. Just got the carburetor on. I'll put the pistons back in.
No. This is it. Listen to this. Oh, damn it. I clicked on a different video. Hold on.
Whoops.
This is Creed. Thanks. Playing a little hooky from
Right
work
after
today.
this.
Oh my god. How much do they want? $300. What? No, I could get a fish for a 5-cent worm. Oh, you're paying way too much for worms, man. Who's your worm guy? Okay.
Oh my god.
That's Creed.
Yep. Well, I'm just gonna hope I put his whole car back together on the top and just go and put transmission and stuff back on.
You forgot the starter. You forgot to put oil in it.
You can't put the starter in until you have the flywheel and transmission on.
Well, do that. What are you doing?
Transmission is on.
I just put I was just bolting in a transmission as you said that.
Now I just put the transfer case on. Front drive shaft. Good timing though.
This guy doesn't have a transfer case with his stupid front wheel drive.
Got a transfer case spraying the rear wheel drive and front wheel drive, stall wheel drive. Now it's gotta put the bottom. I can just lead. He doesn't need piston. He doesn't need rod caps or crankshaft bearing caps or oil pans or oil.
If he doesn't drive like a maniac, he should be fine without all those things.
Yeah, well, he somehow managed to screw up his whole car, so he does kind of drive like a maniac.
But is he as much of a maniac as this guy who locked up his brakes and then and damaged his plugs? Surely he can't be that much of a maniac.
He's not that maniac. The wind is just, won't stop.
Dude, here, well, since we live in like the suburbs, there's a bunch of other houses blocking the wind. But sometimes it's pretty windy. But all the windows are like hurricane rated and like double paned, and so you can't hear anything through them.
Yeah, you can hear a lot through these windows.
And I wish I could hear through them, because like, you know, you don't hear it. It's nice to hear the leaves rustling and stuff and the wind going by and birds and stuff, but instead it's just like dead silent in the house.
Oh. Well, I guess the good thing, so like someone's car doesn't go flying through your window.
Well, I don't think it's gonna stop a car.
No. $20 and a half thousand.
That's how much you got?
That's how much I have after it. I got about
That's
$5,000 in the job.
Not bad at all. I've got 205,000.
Yeah. Poor.
Thank you.
The wind's really loud. Those have an air conditioner, and I put in the other day when it was 80.
Nice.
Now I'm up to 21 and a half. Oh, this is a rear engine car? It's a tiny little, like, Honda Fit. Yeah, it's got an engine cover in the back. It's a two-door, like, Honda Fit.
I remember that. I remember that one. Is that a story
cool.
mission?
I honestly didn't check. Nope, it just has loud accelerating. There's probably several ones with this car.
Yeah, well, I think there is a story order with it.
This car is more simple, though, with the rear. Easier to do the exhaust system.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this rusty exhaust manifold would just come off with a simple socket. Easily. Not like you'd have to take an impact and pound at it for 10 hours.
No, and spraying, you know, WD-40
Letting it
over and
soak all
over and
night.
letting it sit for days, and then yeah, hitting with the impact.
Like, so realistic car mechanic.
Okay, 16:205:45. 16:205:45. Okay, finally just finished rebuilding this guy's engine. This is still the guy whose brakes locked up and went off the road and damaged his plugs.
Better get paid well for that.
Just rebuild his engine, and now oh, I cannot start engine. What the? Ah, I didn't put the starter on.
Oh,
Okay, now it still says there's a few things missing, which I'm pretty sure are suspension things, probably a few bushings. But so now that that's all sorted, I'm going to put it on the test path.
So you can find another 1,000 issues.
No, there's only like 4 or 5.
This guy came all the way from Sweden.
Yeah, it's kind of odd how your shop gets people from all over the world, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
No. I got a good sign today that my boss likes me.
Yeah.
As which I knew he did, but it's still good to hear something he said when he was in yeah, I knew it, 2 rubber bushings. I think I said yesterday he flew up to his house in South Carolina.
Yeah.
Of course he flies by his own private jet.
Rich boy.
And he so he wasn't here at the end of Thursday and then today. And then today also, his daughter who works at the front desk, she wasn't there today either. And so this morning he called me and said, "Alright, now you're the only mature one in the front of the building, so you have to keep an eye on the front door." And I didn't really have to do much, but just in case a customer came in and didn't know where anyone was and had to talk about something.
Yeah. That's a good sign.
Yep.
This person was very descriptive on what's bad. Car is loud. I guess it's true because both their rear muffler V8 OHVs were bad.
And what's OHV?
Overhead valve.
Oh wow!
Isn't it?
You're a real mechanic. You're a real mechanic.
Yeah. There you go. You know what? I'm just gonna make you come get your car off the lift. Dang, that was a quick $500 from my muffler job. Trying to do a bunch of brake jobs and muffler jobs just to get, because I'm a little tired of big jobs.
Yeah, and transmission. I like transmission jobs.
Those are
They're
easy too. I'm working on a big truck. Some big truck barely fits on my lift.
All right. Yep. There's just the 2 rubber bushings, and now I just got to replace this guy's. He's missing a bumper and a headlight.
Jeez, he really... Wouldn't you just scrap that car at that point?
No. I mean, the bumper and the headlight make sense. You know, the plugs and the alternator do not.
No, they do not. But with how much he screwed up on that car somehow, wouldn't you just like let it go?
Yeah, I mean, I tried to tell him that he had a rusty spark tube and it was totaled, but he said, "I don't care what it costs, fix it."
Oh, that's interesting. I had to replace a spark tube earlier.
Yeah, a rusty spark tube.
I couldn't talk the customer out of it.
Oh my god.
I also gave him some blinker fluid.
This is one of the stupidest things. I hate when you think the car's all done, and then it's like, car's incomplete, front license plate is missing.
Yep. That's annoying.
Which, why is it my job to get him a plate when he came in without a bumper, and therefore without a plate? Why do I have...
Good question.
Well, congratulations, buddy. You're from Albania now.
Hope you like it there.
Yeah, enjoy.
Go back to your own country now. Get out of our country. You illegal alien.
Wow, listen to all this guy's problems. Find and fix all gearbox problems. Transmission is noisy. Grinding and shaking from gearbox. Well, you know, I think I'll start with the brakes. I'll try those.
Transmission is noisy and it's grindy. Yeah, those are definitely two
And
different
also,
noises.
and also, I should fix all transmission problem. Those sound unrelated.
Those really do sound really unrelated. Like, why would that be related? Ooh, this guy said his roof's caving in on his trailer, but he's having a hard time making his big truck payment.
Isn't that a shame?
What?
Isn't that a shame?
That is a shame. He says, don't worry, he'll just go work more to be able to make his truck payment. Although he'll let his roof cave in. He'll buy another big truck. We have a neighbor, well, down in Langford, that has a brand new Mustang and a brand new, like, top of the line Chevy Silverado. And also his wife drives, like, brand new Chevy Suburban, and they live in a little trailer. They have like $150,000 in cars, and they live in a little trailer.
It's funny.
Ooh, good description. Car is loud.
Yeah, I would definitely check the timing.
No, I'm gonna check the
Maybe.
brakes.
Yeah, I was gonna say that next. Maybe the brakes, and also, it could be the timing. Did I mention that?
It could just be your steering wheel is bad.
Yeah. Oh, and maybe check both fenders. Would be a good idea.
And the spark tube. I guess I
Oh,
might as
you're
well
right.
hit the blinker.
I forgot about this. I forgot about the spark tube.
Might as well hit the blinker fluid while I'm at it.
I mean, while you're in there, yeah, you might as well, because that's not easy to get through. Get to. Hey, this guy's got an inline 3.
Yeah.
That, sir, is a small engine.
It is tiny.
Even my mower's got a V6.
That's what you Floridians say.
Well, not really, because there's actually not much in the way of lawns, because everything's so close together.
True. Well, what if you live in Everglades?
People don't really live in the Everglades.
Crazy people do. Like Florida man.
True enough, but still you don't have a lawn. It's gonna be mostly swamp around you.
Sure it is. Yep, I came to the conclusion. He's got bad brakes and a bad spark tube, but the spark tubes make noise.
That's gonna be expensive. You just know that's gonna be expensive.
Spark tubes are really expensive. Usually they total out any car.
Yeah.
Yet
You
again,
don't
I
have to tell me, pal.
Two brake drums, a brake shoe, brake disc, ventilated, two calipers, another ventilated. Now I'll go with that.
You know, even though he had discs up front, I would go ahead
Yeah.
and scrap those. I'd just give them all shoes. It's much safer.
They say brake drums are really good for off-roading.
What?
Brake drums apparently are really good for off-roading.
Why is
Because
that?
they don't get as, they're more sealed than
Oh,
disc brakes.
yeah. I guess that makes sense.
Why a lot of people like having trucks and stuff with drum brakes if they take them off-roading. Or there's a lot of trucks, even nowadays, still have rear drum brakes. My dad's car's got rear drum brakes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And have you done a brake job on it yet?
Well, we attempted a brake job on the front brakes, but the bolts are so rusted they wouldn't come off.
And you got out the hammer, right?
Yeah, right. We just had Bob do the brakes because we didn't have an impact, and we haven't needed to do drum brakes yet. Anything to drums. But I would like to try to do that. My dad's car's got huge brake pads, like ginormous, but then drums in the back.
Oh, this is my favorite. A money bonus for a loud exhaust.
Ooh. Exhaust loudy?
You don't make much money when it's a quick and easy job and, you know, it's only like 1 or 2 parts, but still it's got a money bonus, so definitely worth the time.
Oh yeah. Metal muffler.
I just pulled the middle muffler.
I just pulled metal muffler. I do muffler job right now at the same time as you.
Whoa.
Coincidental that we both took muffler job at the same time.
Is yours just exhaust?
Well, it's a middle muffler, exhaust manifold, and exhaust pipe. I have to do
Yeah,
it.
mine's just the exhaust manifold.
Print dust section.
Well, that was only $128, but it
Chump change.
did not take long at all.
Oh, Tati's a fat dog and she's overweight. Wow, 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 wow.
Was that supposed to be, like, well, I'm the type of guy who will never settle down.
Yep. I need to play that game again someday.
Yeah, me too.
Never played through it, and I really just want to play through it.
I just want around it.
What?
Instead of playing through it, I just want to play around it.
Finally! The garage expansion. Yeah, this adds a lot. It adds this older section over here, adds another lift and parking spot, the
That little
warehouse, and
office area.
office. And I'm pretty sure just one more expansion that adds a third lift, another parking spot, and then bumps the office back for the paint, and then puts the paint booth in too.
Right. Yeah, like I said, I barely remember that because when I played before, I got to level 30, and then probably did like 1 or 2 repairs after that, but not many.
Yeah. Well, finally, I can bring the El Camino down. Which lift should I leave the El Camino on? The one that's closest to the... I'm trying to think of which one's more convenient to keep working on customers' cars. It's probably more convenient to have the customers' cars on the lift. And the lift, the original lift.
So I have it on lift. I usually have it on lift 1.
Well, I'm trying to think because of where the tools are. Which side would be easier to have the customers' cars running in and out?
Oh,
Probably the first, because you have the tire changer closer to that one. You've got the yeah. Let's do one.
Did you know that you could customize your garage look?
No, how do you do that?
I just put wood floors in my garage.
How? Huh? How do you do that?
Wood floors.
How?
Wood. Why would you want wood floors in a place you're gonna spill oil?
I have questions.
You have questions?
Yeah.
So you go, so you just got the upgrade, right?
Yeah.
Alright, well go to the right of the office, and like you see where the crane is?
Yeah.
Walk straight past the crane all the way to the far corner.
Yeah.
And there's a thing you can click on. It says garage customization.
Oh.
Oh my god, you can even change every lifter. Every lifter and column you can change. You even have some garbage on the floor.
I can't seem to get wood floors in mine.
It's under floor A, and it's like 17, 18, 19, and 20.
Oh! Wow, this is kind of cool.
Yeah. I don't want to do anything too fancy. I'm surprised they have this many options, but...
Wow. Now I don't know how to pick.
Right.
I'm almost thinking checkered. That's a little bit much, I feel like.
It is a little much. It does
Maybe
look cool,
dark
though.
checkered. The black and white.
That is nice. I don't want it to be too fancy, though. I'm gonna go with 11, I think, which is like a grayish black. Which one are you doing? And you can change the camera with square.
I think I'm gonna go for 3, just to painted concrete for now.
3, huh? Oh, the blue. Yeah, that is nice.
I might try a wood. I mean,
I mean, the wood does look cool, but I decided not to.
I don't know what style of wood to do though. Huh. I don't want a that one looks more rustic. I'd like that. It's not fancy. It says you can change wall. You can change wall somewhere, right?
Yeah. But you have to change the camera to see where you're changing. This is so crazy. I never knew about this.
Well, I'm changing cameras. It looks like you can only change the floor?
No, you can change the walls.
I can't figure it out. I'm dumb. Oh.
You can even change the gates.
I just gotta learn it. For some reason these things aren't changing.
I just keep changing the camera until you see what is changing.
I'll do it for...
I'm doing yellow cabinets. Wait, were they yellow before? No, they must have been red before. But it's weird, option 0 is yellow, which you'd think it would start on.
Yeah.
I don't even know anymore.
Cabinets. Option 1, 2... Nothing's changing. I'm on the cabinet.
You gotta look at where the engine stand is.
I'll try one more time.
Yeah, are you on the end? Hit change camera till you're looking at the engine stand.
I like the blue or red more, definitely.
Well, I've got a lot of red on the walls. I'm trying to mix it up a little.
Yeah, I'll probably do blue.
Yeah, they're all cool though.
Gate. What's gate? Is that the floor gates?
No, it's the like the garage doors.
I can't get a view. I don't really care. I don't want to get too fancy.
Right, I was trying not to either. Isn't that crazy? You can change all this though? I never noticed.
Might look into the list. Might add some stains, maybe even. Oh, I can change the color of the lifts. I'll make both the lifts blue.
Oh, I'm doing yellow.
I'll do blue.
And add some nice stains around the shop.
I'll paint the columns black. Something basic.
Oh, I like the stains that look like you got gas spilled.
Yeah.
Nobody light a cigarette in my garage. There's gas everywhere.
That is a lot nicer. Both lifts are blue. Cabinets are now blue. One of the columns is black. I couldn't, for some reason, get the other one to change. Glitching out for some reason, but whatever. I think everything else I'm fine with. I'm gonna move the El Camino to garage entrance B, because I don't need it on Jack right now, so I'm gonna start with basic things, like the bodywork.
No! Accident. Oh wait, it saved.
Yeah.
Because there's two buttons you can hit. Well, square is change camera, but then it says X is accept and circle is cancel or back or whatever. And while I was hitting circle, I saw that X was accept. And so, you know, normally by hitting circle, you'd go back without saving your changes. That's why I said no, but everything stayed the way I changed it.
Oh. Guess I'll put this on only. Don't really need 2 lifts for quick jobs. I'll start with... I'm debating whether to start with the engine or the suspension in between. You know, one thing I never noticed about this game, the cars don't have frames.
Who needs them?
They're just super glued together. Flex taped. Yeah, since I'm doing engine work, I'll move the car to entrance B so I don't have it taking a lift. Okay, move equipment. Stop entrance B. I gotta mount the gearbox. Ugh. Dang it, I do have to put on Jack then.
What kind of car is it?
It's my El Camino.
Alright.
Starting a little bit of work on it.
That's got a V8, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna start. Should have enough money right now to do the engine. But it might just be a thing I go to and do a few parts in between jobs.
Yeah.
She doesn't look in super bad a shape. Starter looks good. 50%. Probably work. Probably just go new with most things though on this.
Yeah, I like replacing everything. All the...
I'm on a budget though.
Right.
Maybe
Everything that's decent you can save and give to a customer.
Yeah. Although I could just replace everything that's hard to get to, and then leave the easy things to replace that are still good.
Yeah.
Okay, now I can put the car back. Take the engine stand now.
Hmm. I think I
All
gotta
in.
go to sleep pretty soon. I'm tired. I always fall asleep earlier on a weekend than a night when I have to go to work in the morning. You know, when I have work the next morning, I'm like, oh well, I have to go to sleep because I'll be like, you know, whatever, gotta get up early. But days when I don't have to get up early, I'm like, oh, I have to go to sleep because I'm tired and I'm about to fall asleep.
Yeah. Now I got the exhaust and the transmission off. Ugh. To put it back on the jack. Should be good. Move car. Shop entrance B. Pretty much shove it in the corner. This is my real life job. I could fit a lot of cars in this shop. I would never need to expand.
Yeah.
Mm. Yes, this is a V8. I forgot that it had the exhaust on both sides. Third time on the lift, and I'll just leave it on the lift now.
There's a car talk puzzler I heard where a guy said, my wife was pulling into our garage and she smashed the side window into the wall and it broke off.
Yeah.
And so she looked online for a replacement and it was something they were going to fix themselves. And so it was the driver's side view mirror. And
Ooh.
she found one online and it was new and someone was selling it on like eBay or something.
Yeah.
And it was the exact right make, model, year, and even the right color.
Wow. That is crazy luck.
Yep, so it was a driver's side view mirror. And so she bought it. And it took 3 weeks to ship to her.
Yeah.
And when they got it, they opened it up and realized something was wrong. And that they're not going to be able to put it on. And then when they went back and checked the eBay post, they realized that it was exactly what the post said it was. Nothing was wrong with it, but it wasn't going to work for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so one of the big hints is, and it's just thrown in there so you don't know if it's important or not, but one of the hints is that it took 3 weeks to ship.
Um, I, I'm not good at guessing this.
Well, it took so long to ship because they came from England.
Oh,
And you know what would be wrong with a driver's side mirror from England?
it would be wrong.
Well, what would be wrong?
the 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 side.
Yep. Exactly.
Oops,
Just
that
they
was a
drive on the
mistake.
left. Yep.
Yeah, that's gotta suck. Super glued on.
No, it's the wrong side. Can you imagine? Like the rounded part of the mirror is glued to the car and the stem part is just sticking out into the space.
Oh my god, that'd be hilarious. I'm taking this. I should just start for the fresh end. Can you put any engine in a car that's like compatible with the car?
Yeah. When you look at the car, like you know when you hit triangle and hit car status,
Yeah.
well go ahead and do that. Look at the
Hold
car
on.
status. What in the world are you doing?
Things. I'm
Buying
in
one of
debt.
everything in the store?
I'm doing something you wouldn't like, but taking all the parts. I'm taking all the parts in this engine and selling it because I need the money to build the new engine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it if I had the money.
Yeah, so look at the car status.
Hold on, I'm taking the.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 800. I got $1,000 pretty much for that. And
Nice.
okay, yeah, I'm looking at the car. Oh yeah, I can see the swap options. I can
Yep.
do a Hemi. I can do 2 carbs. I can do. The Hemi kind of stands out to me. What? What? You can't do a Cummins swap, really? Yeah, I guess I'll do a Hemi. A V8. Oh, it should be Hemi.
Well, the tricky part about doing that is figuring out which parts you need. And
Ooh.
because the Hemi is not labeled, whatever block a Hemi uses is not labeled as such.
Then I won't do a Hemi.
Well, I can tell you what block it probably is.
No.
Well, even if it's not, even if it doesn't turn out to be a Hemi, you'll get one of those pretty good V8s. Actually, how much money do you have?
25,000.
Okay, because the block alone is 3K.
So what's the block?
Are you looking at the blocks?
Now I'm.
So there's only 4 V8s, and I know it's not the orange one, the C.
Yeah.
And I know it's not the regular one, and
Actually, the orange one's the one that was my old one, but I.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a cool one. But I'm pretty sure it's the second one, though. Oh, actually, I'm definitely sure it is now. I remember. Yeah, the V8 OHVG.
Yeah, I could
Yeah, that's
do that, or should I just keep it looking good and do the old?
Well, they'd both look good.
Yeah, I'll do the
But yeah,
new one.
you do either one. Whatever you want to do.
Why not? Now I gotta figure out the parts to put on the...
Yeah, it's going to be tricky because you have to place the block on the stand and then just hit add a part and then see what it's telling you to add. And because your money's kind of tight, you got to be careful not to buy the wrong head or whatever.
How do I add a block to the...
Create new engine.
Oh, interesting. Um, uh, 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 uh,
Oh, wait, when you create a new one, you have to choose which one it is, don't you? Yeah.
yeah.
Did you buy the block already?
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep guessing they're the V8 ones until I hit it.
Yeah, it is the G that starts the Hemi. Yeah, the G block. It's just the Hemi is the second to last.
Aha. Well, I just selected the Hemi and nothing showed up.
Yeah, because it's now you can like click on the nothing and then switch to, because you're like taking a
Huh?
part mount.
So I'm on the Hemi. Then I just hit X.
Yeah, you just select the nothing, and now you're taking apart the nothing, but then you hit triangle and switch to part mount.
Oh. Now I understand. Here's when we get a headache figuring out all the exact parts.
Yeah, make sure you don't buy any wrong ones. You gotta remember those letters.
We'll start with the crankshaft. V8 OHVC. V8 OHVC. V8 OHVC. V8 OHVC. I'll probably do flip cars after this. A lot of flip cars. Well, not necessarily like I'll make a ton of money, but
You'll do a lot of what?
a lot of cars like this and then sell them after this one.
Yeah.
But this one's my first one, unless I have a really cool one. This one's my first one. And I like the El Camino, so I'll keep it forever. I'll take this as my driver car. Glad I'm putting a modern engine on it. Oh, really, Tati? You gonna be like that? Really? That's rude. You gonna breathe, Tati? Really? That's rude. His snore? That's even more rude.
She is so rude.
You were just so impolite. AKA rude. Piston with Conrod V8 OHVC. The Hemi's a V8 engine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you should be looking for, if not all, mostly C's and G's.
V8 OHVC piston rings.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
so those are the different ones. Every other engine uses the regular rings and pistons, and then that one uses the other type.
Okay. And you know what would probably be cheaper?
What?
In real life, at least? If I had just bought an engine, a Hemi.
No. Why would you want to buy one when you can build your own?
Well, fun to build your own. At least the modern one, so I don't have to deal with all the push rods and stuff. Yeah, this engine won't be that hard.
But then if you get too modern, you got a freaking computer inside every cylinder, basically.
Pretty much. Let me get the tablet. That's worth the money. I'll do the OBD scanners, why not? Compression tester's worth it. I'll do is electric multimeter worth it?
I don't
Have you
have
ever...
it. I forget everything it checks, but it's not that great.
5% more income. There we go, I'll do that one. I don't need the tire tread tester, that's kind of stupid.
I think the multimeter just checks the battery, the ABS module,
Do
forget
all
what
the
else.
faster unscrewing. Now I'll do the
Yeah, those
faster
are always good.
walking, because I walk all the time now that I hit the big garage. There we go, I've got all the level 1 now. Well, most level 1 ones now. I've got the 5% off in the shop, and then 5% more in orders. I should make my profit margin bigger. Now I hit the tablet, so I can
Ooh,
just grab the tablet.
I just got a money bonus for, well, I just took the job, but a money bonus on replacing filters. I should be able to handle that.
Yeah. Oh, it's so easy to have the tablet. Engine head B, V8, oh, it's B, it's G, C, whatever it is. Okay, there is a G, so I need to check again. It's G. $2,800 for the heads. Ouch. That's not as bad as I thought. I'm only in it for $7,000. I just bought. Whoops. There's an engine head B and engine head A, and I only bought 2 Bs.
I've done that plenty of times.
And I get $750 back for a $1,200. That sucks. Engine head. This thing's Easy. I'm already almost done with the engine. Still got the front and part of the bottom to do. Just put the alternator on. Intake manifold. Intake manifold. That looks like a Hemi intake to me.
Yeah, I just got to that point. I tried to add a barn location to my map, and it says, map is full of barns, visit some of them.
Oh.
But yeah, that obviously means that they get removed from your map when you go to them, so no, you can't go back to barns.
That sucks.
Ah, and I just hit level 20.
Ooh, I'm only at 12, but I'm catching up to you fast.
And now I can get 150% faster screwing and unscrewing.
Jesus Christ. Throttle, speed. Nice thing about having the tablet, you don't even have to leave the parts assembled. You just hit square and find the next part you need.
So nice.
I guess there is push. I guess the Hemi is a push rod engine. Are you sure the Hemi's not an older engine?
Well,
I swear it's
I mean, it has been around a little while, but I'm pretty sure it's fuel injected.
No, like it's been around for I feel like 40 years or something, and they just updated it a little bit.
I don't know about that long, but it could be.
There's 2 push rods per cylinder, I think, so I hope. So I'm gonna buy 16. I can only buy 5.
Yeah, there's two per cylinder, yeah.
I only buy 10 at a time in the shop.
Right.
Which is annoying.
Well, I'll save you from having to get out your calculator. After you buy 10, buy 6.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed that. This engine's so shiny, it's glaring into my eyes. Off the light.
Sounds beautiful.
Nice new Hemi engine. Only made by Dodge, so probably only break. Guess it's not like the transmissions. Rocker arms.
You know, the Car Talk guys wrote a book, and it's called Men Are From Ford, Women Are From GM.
Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting. let's not make the same mistake I made with the head cover. Everything seems to be V8 OHV G.
Good.
One thing I don't like about this engine is green on the top.
Ew.
Black. That's how the real Hemis usually are, I'm pretty sure.
I think they're purple. No.
Oh yeah, I forgot that Hemis are weird and have 2 spark plugs per cylinder.
That's the way to do it.
They say it gives you better gas mileage. Yeah, right.
You know why they're called Hemis?
Because Hemis?
Wait, do you know what a hemisphere is?
No, but a hemisphere knows what I am.
No, it probably doesn't. Have you heard of like the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere?
Yeah.
That's like half of the Earth.
Yeah.
And hemisphere means half of a sphere. And so the top of the pistons, instead of being flat, they're curved in like half of a sphere.
That's what I noticed.
And that's a Hemi.
If they said something about gas mileage, the dual spark plugs, all Scotty would say something is about something about all those bureaucrats. $500 for coils.
Damn.
Yeah. Because it has to be coils for 16 spark plugs, Chrysler. Jeez. You really need that many, Chrysler? And the engine's green and so ugly. Timing cover. Here's the Hemi on the timing cover. Where it actually says Hemi.
Nice.
$392 Hemi. As Scotty would call it, stupid beauty covers. Stupid, useless beauty covers.
Yeah, who cares if you get like dirt and crud and whatever else into your timing?
Well, it's not covering the timing chain or anything on that.
It's not?
No. For some reason, it's just called that, and it goes on top of it, away from the chain.
Huh.
It's got to be calling it the stupid beauty covers.
Oh.
As mechanics, I guess a lot of mechanics would say. It makes it harder for them to work on. It's just another thing to break, too.
Yeah.
One of those little plastic clips snaps while they're working on it, and then they have to replace it with the customer. I am down 10 grand. Not even done with them. I'm only going down another 4 grand, and I'm done. I'm not going any farther right now. But I've pretty much got the engine built.
Ooh, I just realized you could, if you get your camera angles right, you can sort of glitch inside the oil pan and the block, and it's kind of hard to tell the condition of pistons and rod caps just by looking.
Yeah.
But oh, I can even examine them. So I haven't even taken the oil pan off. I'm just like glitching through, and I can examine the rod caps.
Broke the game. Starting to put the timing chain on now. Oh boy. Water pump. Getting there. You know, one thing no car has in this game at all? AC compressors.
Hmm.
Not a single car. No matter the age.
That's true. But who needs them?
Yeah. Just saying that's not realistic. most of the cars are rusted out pieces of crap, but you'd still think that those cars at least have the compressor on it. Of course, it's only one belt because, you know, it's Chrysler made this car and they have to make the cars cheap. Of course, it's cheaper to run it all off one belt instead of making 5 different belts. So if your power steering pump locks up your alternator and your water pump stop working,
No, that would never happen.
my mom's alternator locked up on her car and her power steering went out because it was actually, it had the belt was barely moving and the belt was actually grinding over, pretty much spinning not very fast on the alternator pulley,
Right.
just melting the belt away pretty much.
I'm pretty sure that's normal.
Yeah, it's normal. It was making a woo noise. That's normal too. Good. I just need to do the bottom then until we're done. Rod cap. Should need 8 of those. Shiny. Oil pan on. And officially over with this engine. put the
Nice.
flywheel on. I'm not. Now I'll just pick up this engine, carry it, because, you know,
Uh-huh.
I'm strong, and just mount it right straight in the car. And, now how do you, after you build the engine, how do you install it with the crane?
Well, did you get it off the stand?
Yeah.
So it's in a crate?
Yeah. In my back pocket.
Okay, then you, if the crane is still in front of the car, you just click on the crane and hit install engine.
There are no items to work with.
Okay, are you sure it's still not on the stand?
Yeah, I'm sure it's not, there's an empty stand and it's in my inventory.
There's what?
It's in my inventory and the stand's empty.
And the crane is in front of the El Camino?
Uh-huh.
And you're sure the Hemi was listed as an engine?
Let me double check. V8 OHV Hemi. V8 Hemi. What I'm putting in.
Maybe you need to remove. Maybe you need to remove like all of the exhaust or something like that.
I'll try it.
Because remove everything that would make it think that the engine it had is coming back.
Remove the exhaust. Should be all I need to remove. Nope.
Still not working?
Nope. Not.
Try pulling. Oh.
You have to do something custom if you're putting a different engine in than stock.
What?
You don't have to do something custom if you're putting a different engine in than stock, do you?
I don't think so. I haven't done it yet. I haven't done it in this game since I was playing last time, but I did it quite a few times. Is the pull the radiator?
Okay, the radiator's pulled. Nope.
Hmm. Hmm. And you're sure you built a Hemi?
Yeah. Says V8 Hemi.
Well, because yeah, I'm sure you did, but the pictures they show when you're creating a new engine, the Hemi does not look green, and then the two next to it do look green, so I was
It
wondering
doesn't
if you
look
hit
as
it wrong.
green. It's just the beauty covers changed that.
Hmm. Um, so what's still in the car?
The suspension system, pretty much, it's it. And the body.
Well, try getting rid of the body.
But the what?
Of the body?
Yeah, I'll just get
Just
rid
pull
of the
the
whole.
body.
Yeah, I'll just pull the whole body of the car off everywhere.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Pull the fenders and the hood off.
Right, and then the frame. Just try putting in the engine first, and then putting in the body.
So pretty much pull the frame off. Pretty much lift the frame, the car
Just
over the
disassemble
engine.
every piece, hang the engine by some sort of ropes or wires, and then build the rest of the car back around the engine.
I watched a
Got it?
guy that rebuilt, replaced the frame on his truck. It was a totaled truck that drove to a tree, and it was a project truck. It was Ford Raptor. He had to
Oh yeah.
lift the cab and the bed over the frame onto the two-post lift, and then he had to then bleh, then he had to blood yeah bleh.
Then
Oh
he had to
yeah,
do some other stuff.
and then literally all it was just a frame with an engine, tires,
Hmm.
suspension system. It's pretty much just a car without a body and an interior.
Yeah, well, the body's overrated.
Or steering wheel, or gas pedals, or just necessary things.
So I don't know. I don't know what would be stopping you at this point. You could try Googling it, how to engine swap in Car Mechanic Simulator. But
I could try giggling it.
giggling it,
Hmm.
check the old giggle.
Oh, giggle. Okay, giggle. Or I should just get off.
That's a good idea too. I gotta get off soon. I just wanted to
You,
finish this car.
you don't gotta. You feel like getting off.
Well, I gotta, before I fall asleep holding my controller.
That'll be fine.
Right fender, rear left door.
That's how they say the gamers go to sleep. Play until they pass out.
Wow, you stop playing when you pass out. I thought you were a real gamer.